this is what we ended up with. Our systemic model is primarily descriptive, and it's being described under the form of something that is called in French and in English a gyroscope. This is bloody difficult. Anyway, there is a nourishing ground of what some call global challenges, and that some of us described as meaningful or important questions, which might be as simple and as significantly appealing to the rest of the world. And you know, as soon as you find something, the Global Agenda Council of the World Economic Forum finds 68 of them, which deserves a great number of voices to be heard. Then there's a need for shifting the balance of power. And the balance of power, sorry. The balance of power. And in order to do that, we have described a mechanism which would allow big corporations, which are significantly based, like NGOs, like governments, like generally big organizations, which are positioned around the world, literally, and typically the one who hold the biggest levers for action to do something about this today, because it's at the right scale, because they've got money, because there's enough pressure on them so that they need to do something about it. I'm talking about governments sometimes, NGOs a lot of the time, and so forth. So the question is how do you connect these guys to these guys through 6 billion voices? The 6 billion people who are in the room. Okay? And here it becomes a bit tricky. So, stay with me a second. So, today, what you do if you're an NGO in charge of representing what we've called the voices of need, or the voices of rights, is you try and get in touch with brands that need to put the Nike logo next to a hoovering, machine on a big poster saying we're doing things for Africa. These brands are operated by these large, and we call them 500, fortune to begin with. The reality is that probably what you want to do is that these vehicles for what the 500 companies want to do, making money, get out of the spinning mechanism here, which I'm about to describe. Are you still with me? Yes. It's a bloody exercise. I'm telling you, the whole shaking inside, trying to find out what I'm going to say.